Okay, so we have most people who came on the tour with us. It's always difficult to get everybody together, but we've got most of our tour people here together, and we would like everybody to have a quick word about their impressions of our Taste of Tunisia tour in September 2024. Okay, so Anne, would you like to start us off, please?
Sure. Well, first of all, when I found out about this trip, I was so excited. The chance to actually meet Diana Calla and work underneath of you guys in the workshop part was just like a dream. And also with going to Tunisia was somewhere I actually hadn't really ever heard of before. I had to look it up on a map and find out it was on beautiful Mediterranean. And it was beyond any expectations I ever could have imagined. The whole entire trip, having the one-on-one workshop with you guys, it's just brought my work to another level, I think. The country was beautiful. Our hotels were fantastic. The side trips that you guys organized, we went to museums and just, the mosaics, the pottery, everything. I did an extra little side trip, which for me was well worth it, to the Sahara. But we all, it was such a fantastic group of women too that we were with. We all got along well. I think we're all lifelong friends. So I would absolutely highly recommend this trip to anybody. If you get the chance to take this trip, do it. It's so worth it.
Thank you very much, Anne. Oh,
You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, well, we just were so happy to have you along. Okay, yeah. Melissa, would you like to tell us about your impression?
I would love to tell you about my impression. First, for me, part of the draw of the trip was seeing my very delightful dear friend Di in person again. We met in Italy at a workshop, and to meet Calla in person. I had taken the workshop online, the online version, and I really wanted to dig deeper and work with you guys to really, kind of see what I was doing and make sure I had it right. So that was really pretty special to be able to work one-on-one with you guys. Everybody on the trip was awesome. I loved each and every one of you. And Tunisia also, for me, it was never on my radar. I think like probably most Americans, Morocco probably would have been kind of similar, and that's kind of where Americans tend to think of going. Tunisia was beautiful. I loved it. I also took a side trip down to the desert and the oases, and I would also recommend doing that if you do take the course, which I think you should, if you have any interest in animal realism, because it's pretty awesome. Go south if you can. That was fabulous. Very, very different. The side trips that not side trips, but the trips that we took with you guys to Nabil and El Jem and Sidi Bou Said, it was just such a nice combination of work and play, and I loved it. And I would really encourage anybody thinking about it to definitely take the workshop, join the workshop, meet you guys, meet some other fabulous friends, and that's what I got for you.
Thank you very much, Mel. Thank you. And I love your posts after you came back too, especially with those shapes in the sand. Trying to work out what they were.
I love doing that.
All sorts of creatures.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. What about you, Laurie?
Hello. So, yes, I think the workshop was something I was very much interested in taking. I had been taking classes with Dan and Calla for months before this. And the workshop itself was wonderful to meet them and get the one-on-one instruction. Even though they do a good job over video, I think having that in-person demonstration was very valuable to me. I learned things there that I wasn't getting on my own. So I really felt it was valuable to have that in-person experience. And Diane and Kala were very good at going from table to table, making sure everybody received attention and providing detail and feedback constantly throughout the whole workshop. So it was fantastic. I highly recommend taking the workshop. And Tunisia itself was beautiful. It's a little hot, I will say. The couple days were 90% humidity. My hair curled way too much for my comfort. But other than that, there was the water and the beach and the swimming pools there. It was beautiful. The people were wonderful. Everywhere that you met, everyone was fantastic and friendly. I loved going on the trips to like the amphitheater, riding the camels, and seeing the ceramic shops were some of the highlights of the trip. So I would highly recommend doing this. I would consider doing this myself again next year, provided I haven't taken all of their classes by that time. So thank you.
Much, Laurie. Okay, who's next? Carmen?
Naveen.
Naveen.
Yeah.
She's there already.
Okay. First of all, what I want to say is that I was the only Egyptian in this trip, and I have never been to Tunisia before, but I've heard so much about it. And I found out the first 3 days with the course, they were very, really intensive, seeing you, working under your instructions, and that was really something like a dream. And on the next days when we had our excursions, first of all, it was a very organized trip. And this is really, thank you guys for being so organized with the timing, with the amount of care and pleasure that we had. We felt we were really among family, not just our professors, tutors. And whenever I said that I am Egyptian for the Tunisians, I was so much welcomed. Yani, the Tunisians are really, really very nice people. So I enjoyed the sightseeing, mostly also the course, the people, the food, everything, really, the beaches, and most of all, the nice company, especially with Diane and Kala giving their utmost effort and time. And they were always welcoming us to their room to ask questions, to work at the room. So this was really so wonderful. You did it so well, and I would definitely recommend anyone interested in mosaics and interested in tourism generally to come and have this wonderful trip.
Thank you so much, Naveen. And also, I want to say a big thank you to you because you took our beautiful sister-in-law, Marwa, under your wing a little bit during the workshop.
Marwa,
I know you were showing her some things and teaching her along the way as well. She came along as a helper and she ended up as a participant.
yes, exactly. She was so intelligent, so cooperative. Actually, Marwa is just like my little daughter or my my little sister. I love you, Marwa.
Me too. I love
And
all of
Marwa,
you.
Actually,
you were
it was because of you guys. I don't know how you arranged this group of people that we were so enjoying our time together. And I was really scared about this, but the moment I saw everyone, I felt that as if we know each other such a long time. Maybe it's the secret is mosaics. I don't know. Maybe.
Mm.
Yeah,
It could be. I think we had something in common.
definitely
I
yes.
think,
The
but
love
also
uh, of
just
fine art together. Yeah.
beautiful people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Marwa, I was very, very happy to see you joining in.
Okay.
And I know that you're not super comfortable with English. Did you want to say how you felt about it and what you're planning to do?
Oh, okay. You know that I'm Tunisian. So I will not talk about Tunisia, but what I want to say is that I'm very happy to know you all of you, and I'm very happy that I discovered this art, and the credit goes to Kala and you, Diane. Okay. Okay, so thank you very much, and I'm very happy with this meeting. That's it.
What are you going to do now?
What?
What are you going to do now? What has
Uh,
everyone has been giving you
The glass.
the glass?
okay. We yes, with the help of all my friends, um, someone take for me the materials, some glasses, the I don't remember the name.
The nippers,
Ni-
yeah.
Les pinces, je sais pas comment on dit
Nippers.
en.
Nippers.
Mm.
Okay, that's it.
And you're going to make
I
your own project.
what?
You want to make your own project now.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because
Well, you have to. Everyone's
yeah,
given
I
you
love
the glass.
Okay.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I try to do this art, and I don't
To
know.
wait. You have to wait.
Okay,
That's all.
You have
okay,
to
that's
wait
it.
because obviously we're
Okay.
going to coach you, your family.
Okay.
Thank you,
That's-
Marwa.
Thank you.
And Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Oh, yes. As most of you know, since we've been together, that I had taken Carla and Diane's class the year before. But unfortunately, I don't know if it was a month or 2 months into it, I broke my thumb. So I wasn't able to finish out that class. Well, working on the class. I did finish out the class, but not working on the project. So when the new one came up, I was like over the moon excited about taking the class again. And thanks to Collar giving me special instructions on how to, let me back that up a little bit. My thumb doesn't bend. So I had to learn how to use my right hand in the tools totally differently than before I broke my thumb. So Carla sent me a tape and he helped me to be able to use my tool in order to do the mosaics. So I was so thankful that I was able to get into this class. And then with all of the Zooms that we were doing and meeting all the different people, I was a little hesitant about that because I thought, all right, yeah, sure, you're going to be the odd man out. You're going to be a duck yourself with all of these people, not knowing anybody. But when we got there, especially at the airport, when I saw the three crazies at the airport who met me there, who talked to me there and kept me from being totally feeling like I was by myself. It was like I already knew everybody the time we got to our first meeting together. So I absolutely loved everything. And the classes, I am so happy that I was able to take the classes because even though I had a list of questions written down before I left Las Vegas, They all went through my head, and I never asked not one of those questions until I got home and saw my list and said, oh, you should have asked about this. Oh, you should have asked about that. But I have enough knowledge now that I think I'll be okay, but I'm still going to have to hit Kala up. But as far as Tunisia, I absolutely love the place. The weather there was like Vegas, was too hot, but it didn't stop me because I was already in 100 and something degrees here. And then to get to, it felt like 100 something degrees there. It was fine. But going to all the places that we ate, I love the food. I like trying new stuff. I'm not a shopper. So going to the shopping places and everything, that was a little bit beyond me. Too many people in the shopping things. I'm not really good at being around a lot of people. So that's why I didn't care for the shopping too much. But I like seeing all the people. So I got a chance to take lots and lots of pictures with my camera because I wasn't doing lots and lots of shopping. I love the museums. I don't know if I would go back to Tunisia because I'm one of those people. I've been there. I'd like to go to someplace different, like Australia. You guys mentioned if you did Australia, I'm first one there. But I think everybody who's interested in this style of realism should take your course because you guys are absolutely fabulous at teaching this method. And I think it's something that most people would be able to follow. Once they have the instructions, they would be able to follow. So I just love the whole thing. I love the people. The hotel was great. All of the people at the hotel were fantastic. I have nothing bad to say about the trip whatsoever, not whatsoever. But if I had a friend who wanted to go, I would go back as a one or two or three people. But as a big group, like I said, I'm not a group person, and I don't really like crowds. But I love you guys, so there'll be an exception.
You were,
And that is
you were part of our family. A very important part too.
Thank you.
Okay.
And especially because you said I wasn't as stiff as I was on the camera. What did you call me? What did you call me? Cheeky. You said I was cheeky.
Your cheeky bits came out.
I had a ball. I really did. Especially being the
Fantastic.
oldest person with this whole group by quite a few years, but I
Not
think I
much.
fit in. I think I fit
You
in.
did. You
Well,
did.
thank you so
You
much.
did. We loved having you. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Stephanie. Diane.
Hi. I saved for a whole year so that when I went to Tunisia, I didn't have to worry about money. And it was the most, I think, life-changing experience. I learned things in our class that they taught on Zoom, but it was those little things that you might miss in a Zoom, such as taking a shard and you put it in different parts of your picture, and where does that shard fit? And speaking of shards, I know how to cut shards now. And the idea of going to this country where ancient Romans were, they have a Colosseum that's not exactly like the one in Rome, but it's very, very well preserved. And the Tunisian government is working on it to make it even better. And the idea, I read a lot of ancient history, to be in a place where craftsmen started way back in, BC, to coming to new crafts in the ceramics, and then us learning a new craft, which is the D&H method of fine mosaics. So there's so much more than just learning this. There's traveling. The people that were in our group was magical because everybody just got along. Can you imagine 8 women getting along together? 99% of the time, I think. Anyway, I got to meet Kala and Diane, and I'd been speaking with them for like 4 years. And now I finish my zebra that I was working on, and I'm almost finished with my duck. And I've already have like 3 more projects planned. So if you want to, you know, really change your feelings about this art, about the world, go on this trip.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
That's lovely, Diane. Okay, Carla.
Unmute yourself, please.
Carla, are you there?
Unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was trying.
Okay, that's okay.
I absolutely, I'm like Diane. I saved money up to go on this trip so I wouldn't have any worries. And it was a trip of a lifetime. When I started taking classes from Diane and Kayla, it was the bear. The bear got me. I saw that on Facebook and I knew I had to do that. I bugged him to death, I know, because I think they weren't ready to start the classes yet. And I kept sending him every month, I'd send a little message on IM saying, don't forget me. I really want to take this class. And I bet he thought he's going to be a pester. But it was the most amazing thing that I did was to take the class. And halfway through, my life kind of changed a little bit. So when I found out that they were going to do this class with hands-on, I was all in because there's nothing that helps you better. The Zoom was fabulous, but actually being there and having one-on-one is amazing. And if you want to help your craft, your artistry, that's the only way I think that you can be top in this art is to take a class because they teach you so much. And as far as Tunisia, I loved it. The people were fabulous. The food, I was worried because I don't really like different food, but there was not one thing that I didn't like. And I think I ate a whole chocolate cake with eating a slice every night or a piece every night, but I only gained 5 pounds, which was a good thing. But the people were amazing. I had been watching or reading on Facebook before I went, and some people were leery about, different things. I never felt threatened. I never felt scared. It was amazing. Kayla and his brother Hamza were wonderful. They protected us and took care of us the whole trip. And then, as far as meeting them in person and all of my, what I call classmates now, there's nothing. I've got lifetime friends. That's all I can say. We were we were inseparable. We had, it didn't matter where we were walking. If we were in one of the museums, we'd walk up to each other and just take pictures. It was bonding. It was a lifelong bonding trip as well as learning. And I think that anybody that wants to help their craft, help their artistry grow, this is the class to take if you like mosaics. And by the way, before I took his class, I had never done mosaic. And now I love it. Love it, love it. So that's it for me, I think.
Thank you so much, Carla. Thank you.
Thank you, all of you.
That was fantastic. We're so glad that you enjoyed yourselves. That was all we were worried about. We wanted to give you a really good learning experience, and we wanted you all to be friends with each other. And I think we really achieved that goal, didn't we? Learn a bit about Tunisia at the same time. And I think it's a bit of a bonus when you have people along with you that speak the language.
Yeah.